Well, this week on Reliving the Extreme, we are discussing the episode of ECW from September the 12th, 1995. Nate Maxon, your host, here with you, along with my brother Aaron.
Hello.
And Mr. Chad Austin.
Oh my God, I had a tagline today that I was going to say that I can't remember now.
Definitely go to the Patreon page and subscribe for some riveting talk about Hitler, Stalin, Triple H, Vince McMahon, and much more, along with commentary on AEW Forbidden Door as well.
Cocknagger, Origami, or whatever.
I thought Forbidden Door was good, man. So, I don't think that I was in the minority by saying it. I thought Forbidden Door was good.
I did too, and I fast forward through a lot of modern wrestling, but I didn't. I decided to watch that whole show in its entirety, and I even dug the Kenny Omega match. And I'm not an Omega guy, but I actually enjoyed the Omega Ospreay match. I thought that,
except for the blood,
it was less ballet than they normally do. It was a wrestling match.
I just don't know a lot of the guys walking through the door. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
The what?
I just don't know a lot of the guys that walk through the door. Like, I don't know who that is.
The Forbidden Door?
Yeah, I don't know who Cockknocker or Nagami is or whatever. It's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know who these people are.
So basically, the show wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't let them in, Nate or Aaron. You wouldn't let them in.
You are.
They were knocking on the door, and you said, nah.
Knocking, no.
And Naka, get the fuck out of here. I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
Like,
what would have happened if they would have walked through and the APA was playing poker? I would have walked back out. Never mind. Obviously, this is the wrong door.
Damn. So we, like I said, we're discussing the episode of ECW September 12th, 1995. This is the show before the Gangstas Paradise show,
which is on the network. So we'll
it is
next week.
And I'll have to look and see the TV shows afterwards, because I know that obviously Gangstas Paradise stuff will be on the TV shows, but there's other stuff I think that happens on the TV shows that isn't from Gangstas Paradise. So we'll have to play a fine line there as far as reviewing shit, because that's going to get a little complicated. But that's next week's fucking.
Why not? Why isn't there that shit on there?
Gangstas Paradise is on the network, the whole show. So if you guys want to review that, we can, or if you just want to review the TV shows and watch it on the TV show.
We should review the show, like the Gangstas Paradise show. And then if the next two shows are just Gangstas Paradise reviews, we can just like read a PWI 500 or something.
Well,
yeah, right.
This show is like I said, this is leading up to that show. Joey introduces the show and talks about how this Saturday from Mexico, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Psychosis are going to be making their debut in the ECW arena. So Lucha Libre coming to the United States now at this point. Well, I guess not coming to the United States. Triple H already had shows here, right?
93
in California, yeah. But ECW is doing it to it anyway, and they're bringing Psychosis and Rey Mysterio in to have a match on this Saturday. And then we hear Joey throw to Lance Wright, who I didn't know was in ECW this fucking long. Lance Wright.
Mr. Wright.
Yeah, I really did. I forgot that I thought he came around in like 96, 97, but apparently he was with ECW a lot longer than I thought he was.
Yeah, it's probably when he got on like TV as a character, but he's probably he's probably paying Paul to be able to do shit.
You're right, Aaron. He probably was.
Aaron, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he on WWF TV for just a fucking brief minute, Lance Wright?
He was an interviewer. He got a spot at, he was like, how do I want to say it? He was between Pettengill
and Michael Cole.
Yeah, he was in between those guys, and he just kind of washed out and went back to ECW. And then they down the line, he ends up being like the WWF representative for ECW or whatever. And he's got like Furnace and LaFon and fucking Brockus and all these other people with him. We'll get there, but yeah, he was a guy they tried out being the guy to replace Pettengill, and then they got the much better Michael Cole.
They got much better Michael Cole.
Well, the
Cole, when he's not overproduced, is really good.
Oh, that's cool. I'll agree with that. He wasn't overproduced.
The thing that Joey throws to Lance right here is to discuss Club ECW.
Oh, good Lord. Don't even get me started. We ain't got enough time for this nonsense.
I actually took a screenshot of all the benefits you get.
I wrote them down
for being Club ECW. It's $100.
$100.
It's exclusively for the denizens of the ECW arena.
I had to Google that shit. I was like, what's a fucking denizen?
$100.
Is that the Loyal Order Water Buffalo?
I thought it was those dogs that were in the Ghostbuster fridge.
I'm waiting for it to laugh.
Me too. It ain't gonna happen. But it's a person that takes permanent residence somewhere. So this is for like the hat guys and the dreadlock guy and Buck Robley and all those.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, in Baltimore we call it PSL. You know, permanent seat fucking, or PSO, permanent seat owners. That's what we call it in Baltimore for the Ravens.
For their $100, they get to purchase the same ringside seat for the next 4 ECW arena shows to be placed on ECW's priority mailing list. And they get 20% off
junk mail.
Yeah, they get 20% off all ECW merchandise.
That's just fucking making Tommy Dreamer's job even harder.
Give me $100, and I'll give you 20% off all the other money you're going to spend on merchandise
and a bunch of junk mail.
A bunch of junk mail, yeah. But yes, that's the ECW. That's Club ECW that they're hyping here on the show.
That's the best. Club ECW, seriously.
When he first said we're bringing back Club ECW,
I thought Shane Douglas was going to be dancing.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be back to that shit where we watched Shane Douglas like dancing in Studio 57 or whatever. But not. It was.
I like that you think ECW can't be at Club 50 at Studio 54. They're at Studio 57.
Yeah. That's my joke. Shut up. Let me have my joke.
It's the other one.
It's just down the street. It's just down the street.
It's like Joe Pesci doing it. No. It's the other one.
It's the other one.
57, 54. I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, it's 57.
It's the one that continuously smells like piss.
Yeah, it's just his ass. I don't fucking know.
Well, after this,
it's the one that lets the Wolfman in. Canadian Wolfman's there.
Yeah.
Matt.
Matty in the house. He's the bouncer.
Larry Winters is the bartender.
All right, we have a show to do.
Yeah.
There's no football game on the TV. It's just Mr. Belvedere.
Larry Winters and the Wolfman. All right, that's enough.
Watching Mr. Belvedere reruns.
He's like, drop kick your jacket when you walk through the door.
No one
bro.
There's streaks on the China. No one cares.
Bro.
Speaking of the China Club. All right, so anyway, Joey brings in the Pitbulls, and they're going to do an interview discussing the double dog collar match they have coming up on Saturday with Stevie. What's that?
They attempt to do an interview.
Actually, I wrote down here, Gary Wolf didn't offend me in this interview like he normally does. It actually wasn't too bad out of him. Because he got to the fucking point. He didn't try a bunch of hyperbole. He didn't try to make a bunch of, dog puns or whatever. He just got to the fucking point. We're going to have a match 2 out of 3 falls, dog collar match. If we lose, we don't get to team together anymore.
That was Paul. That was Paul getting to him.
Get to the fucking point.
Yeah, that was after. That was after Paul getting to him after a series of. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Get to the points.
Gary Wolf did say use guys.
Use guys.
Those guys?
Those guys. Use guys. These guys.
Dude, I wouldn't fuck with either one of them two. If they're still alive.
One of them.
They're still alive.
One of them is.
I don't think you are. Convince me.
That's you guys. That's to me. That's Aaron and Chad's Laurel and Hardy spot. Like Chad says, Chad says Gary Wolf's dead. Aaron says he isn't. It's like this is a fine mess you've gotten us into. It's you guys' Laurel and Hardy spot. I like it.
Yeah, who's on first? I don't know. What's on second?
But the gist of this fucking Jabbermouth promo is that
Jabbermouth is right on par.
Is the Pitbulls say if they don't beat I believe it's Stevie and Raven for the tag team titles, they'll split up as a tag team, and ECW stipulations always stick, so you know it's true.
I know, because we had so many of them. You know, ECW's been around so long that we had so many of these stipulations.
We have so much credibility here.
Yeah, I mean, Dory Funk's still married to fucking Lemonhead, whatever his name is. That never happened. I thought she was gonna break up with him a long time ago.
She probably did, but she just hasn't told him yet.
Or he just didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah, she told him, and then he was like, "Yeah." He didn't either. He didn't hear her or didn't give a shit.
We're divorced. Huh?
Divorced. He probably tried to put her on hold. The divorce? Oh, you want the divorce hold?
He's the Joe Biden of wrestling. He's like, huh?
Come on, man.
Dory Funk is clearly the Joe Biden of wrestling. Oh, seriously. Great pull, Aaron. Because I said it this morning. I was like, what am I watching? When I was watching him make his news report, I said, am I watching Joe Biden? Am I watching Dory Funk Jr.? Because these two motherfuckers are saying the exact goddamn same thing, and nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
Dory's just like Biden. He's like, I gotta put you in a headlock. Come on, man. Put you in a headlock.
And they got this wife behind him like, yeah, we got to steer you away from this.
Now I'm picturing Dory Funk with the sunglasses and the ice cream cone. Come on, man. We're gonna have a good match.
And now,
we gotta have a good match.
Now I'm picturing Putin as fucking Miro. Just standing behind him like, what the fuck? You know?
Like, picture Putin doing the fucking picture Putin doing the fucking chest thing that Miro does, the puffing out the chest.
Putin's Nikolai Volkov.
Don't say Nikolai Volkov.
He's very Karamia.
Nikolai Volkov sucks.
I like Nikolai Volkov.
I think Nikolai Volkov is a fucking stupid motherfucker, and fuck him, and good night.
Sounds personal.
Well, it is. It's good night and goodbye. I'm not even a fan of Kenny Omega. Good night.
Come on, Volkov.
Yeah, you can't even fucking Nikolai Volkov, best bout machine. Sorry, you ain't got one. You ain't never had one. Best bout machine.
Well,
when's the last time you see Nikolai Volkov in a good match? Well, Bruno hit him in the gut.
Back when he was Beppo Mongol.
Okay.
And he had a little curly curl on his hair.
He's a Beppo Mongol with his little curly Q.
1977. Great. It's all fantastic.
Well, after the promo from the Pitbulls here, we see Dudley headed to the ring alongside Big Dick Dudley Then we flash to a Cactus Jack promo, and I love this promo. Essentially, Cactus is trying to lure Tommy away from quote unquote the good guys or the light side, discussing how Tommy shouldn't be hardcore. Don't be hardcore, Tommy. Look at Ray Stevens, one of the most hardcore wrestlers of all time, but now he needs heart surgery and he can't afford it. Or, or heart transplant. He doesn't have the money for it. Harley Race.
So basically what he was saying was he was trying to tell Tommy Dreamer to not do anything that any of his complacent guys had done before him.
Right.
Well,
contemporaries.
Well, it was it was more of the fact that the fans were telling Tommy to be hardcore and or supporting him, quote unquote. But once he would be broken down and brittle, those fans wouldn't have anything to do with it. Like, he was like, once you go hardcore and you're broken down, nobody's going to give a shit about you after that.
Of course, yeah. That's a great promo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because he talks about Harley Race being broken and battered. He says, "Hey, thanks, Dynamite Kid, for all the great matches you gave us. Too bad you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of." And
it's like he's not. It's not just. He's not only the genius of it is he's not just cutting a promo on Tommy. He's also at the same time cutting a promo on the
business
fans and the business, so he knows when.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's great. I thought that was great.
We don't give a shit.
I mean, Nate, you know, as a fan, that the fans knew that.
Mm-hmm.
They knew exactly what he was talking about. So it's just, so in my opinion, I was like, all right, I'm cool with that.
My quick question for you guys is because so we're about what 4 months or so from the real anti-hardcore promos.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I think so.
Okay, so my question is Mick? Do you think at this point Mick was planting the seed for that already, or do you think that he came up with that based on this? You know what I mean? Like he did this.
I think him and Paul were two like-minded guys and knew where they were going with it. Like eventually Mick's going to be putting headlocks in the ring and wearing the Dungeons of Doom. Probably not Dungeons of Doom because that hadn't happened yet.
I agree.
But Paul and Mick sat there and said, "Hey, what makes you great? What makes you how do I say it? Like the only way you can turn Cactus heel on this crowd is have him not be hardcore." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all you can do, right? I mean,
they're gonna be like if they were like, "Oh, we're gonna turn you heel, and you're gonna go out there and you're gonna attack Tommy, and you're gonna hit him with a flaming branding iron." If Cactus Jack did that, they'd be like, "Holy shit, that's great!" And they would turn against Tommy because they want to see Cactus do it, you know? So
yeah, but it was. I think a lot of it had to do with the way that Cactus Jack did the flaming branding iron. Like he looked like he didn't want to do it, but he had to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like he needed to do it, and then when he did it, he was almost kind of like, "Oh man, you know, I didn't want to do this."
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like if say they wanted to turn Cactus heel, if he'd go out there and drive a baby face they liked through a table, the fans would be like, "Yeah, that's great. We love you, Cactus," because it's Cactus Jack. But if Cactus Jack goes out there and puts a guy in a fucking headlock and sits there, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit," you know. Like they knew that Cactus had to do the complete opposite of what the people wanted him to do.
Yeah, I just came back off a trip to Tennessee and Arkansas right after Cactus. Like me and Cactus Jack piggybacked ourselves off of that trip. He went down first, boom. I came right behind him, and then when I went back to ECW, it was like, dude, that shit in Arkansas was some fucking shit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it was good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just saying that was some shit, and that's where it has to have been where he got it from, because down in them little towns, you don't do anything.
Yeah, why put your body at risk in front of 27 people or whatever?
If you're lucky, yeah. I mean, I totally agree, but that also, like, to me, like I said, that was like, yeah, you're right, man. Why are you doing that? And it became, well, why am I doing it in front of 15,000 people or 1,200 people when I'm only getting this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm making what, $3,000? Okay, well, I ain't doing shit.
And yeah,
I think Mick and Paul knew where they wanted to go with the anti-hardcore Cactus Jack, and this was just the kind of the building block for it.
Yeah, I think Jack definitely knew that. I don't think it was Paul. I think it was definitely Jack.
Yep, and essentially the punchline of the promo, or the go home line, sums it all up, because Mick says the problem with hardcore is pretty much we give of our bodies, and those people, they just take. And it's a perfect way to wrap up the point and make the point that he's trying to make to Tommy Dreamer, and sleight of hand to the fans about the direction of his character.
Yeah, and it was also he was giving Tommy Dreamer a learning tool.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do this, kind of thing. Like, get over that. That's basically what he was saying, was get over, because you don't have to do this. But there is no, in ECW, there is no not doing it. You could be Mikey, you could be, I don't know, 911. You could be me. But now he said, "No, I'm gonna do it this way." All right, okay, but don't say we didn't warn you.
Have fun, monkey boy.
Yeah, don't say we didn't warn you.
Well, the match that follows the Cactus promo is Tommy Dreamer, as he is facing Dudley of the Dudley Boys. And
what a set of tits he is.
Did I miss
Tommy
that guy's got a nice set of tits.
Who, Tommy or Dudley?
Tommy.
Yeah. He's got man boobs for days.
Tommy's bazongas.
Is this the debut? I wrote this down, and I might be wrong, but is this the first time that he worked where he wasn't wearing like the t-shirt and the singlet?
It has to be, right?
Because I was like, oh, he's wearing the pants. Like,
yeah.
I
think so. And also, I wrote down a question. Did I miss at some point, as we've been watching these shows, did I miss Sign Guy? Or is this the first time we've seen Sign Guy? Because Joey acted like we've seen Sign Guy before, but I don't remember seeing Sign Guy before.
But the guy in the crowd?
Yeah.
He's been there forever.
The Sign Guy Dudley?
No. Oh, the Sign Guy Dudley. I'm talking.
Yeah.
I mean, Sign Guy Dudley, maybe. But the Sign Guy's been there forever.
Oh, no. Yeah, I wasn't. No, I'm talking about the gimmick Sign Guy Dudley, because Joey's like Sign Guy Dudley outside the ring. And I was like, have we already seen him? And I just missed it because Joey acted like I should know who he is, I guess.
No, you didn't miss it.
Okay, so they just don't care enough. They don't care enough to fill in the blank.
I'm sure that I'm sure he got what's his fucking real name, because he went on to work for WWE.
Is it Lou D'Angelo?
Lou
D'Angelo. I think what probably happened was that he had his signs and all that shit, and he looked like a Dudley, and I think the crowd named him Sign Guy Dudley, and it was just like, the audience is gonna know who this fucking guy is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're a big fan, Aaron. Is that what you're saying? Big fan. Aaron Maxson, big fan of Sign Guy Dudley. Let's go on the podcast and say it now.
No, I'm just saying, like,
he sucks.
They did. No, he kind of sucked. But I'm saying I think it was just the East, like Paulie and Joey were just like this crowd. The people buying our tapes and the people watching our show are in on the joke, and they know.
Who was in on the jokes? What people? Like the fucking
Hat Guy and Buck Robley and Dreadlock Guy.
That's what I mean. Like, what I mean? You're making a big deal about this fucking guy, and like literally, it's like not even 200 people, or literally it wasn't 200 people. Hat Guy, sign guy, Hawaiian shirt guy, no shirt guy. Who else was there?
Dreadlock Guy.
Go fuck yourself, guy. Who else was there? Buck Robley. Buck Robley's the best though. But his brother gets no praise whatsoever, because he's Buck Robley's brother.
Yeah, his name was Fuck, right?
It's Fuck Robley. I don't think that's true. I don't see anything in. I don't believe that to you. What now?
Fuck Robley.
I don't think it's his name. I think it's just Buck Robley. I don't even think he's Buck Robley's his real name. The other guy. So I doubt that it's Fuck Robley. I don't. Can we move on?
he was a drag queen. His name was Tuck Robley.
All right, there we go. And his brother's name was Suck. Oh, yeah.
Suck Robley.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Dory Funk Jr. ran out. If you want to go to that,
they all drove around together in their truck, Robley.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going that route though, sure, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so it's Tommy Dreamer versus Dudley Dudley with Big Dick Dudley on the outside.
It's actually
my favorite Dudley, by the way.
Dudley.
I thought he's my favorite Dudley.
He's a great wrestler.
I don't know. He's a Dudley. I don't know.
But the match is not bad. It's a good walk and brawl.
I don't know who he is. Can you guys give me any information on him whatsoever? But is he is he the Anthony Michaels Dudley?
I'll find it.
I don't know who he is, but he's my favorite Dudley. Like that guy got the gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Like besides Bubba, he got the gimmick.
Oh my God! I typed in Dudley, and the first thing is Wikipedia. Dudley, politician. There's a politician named Dudley.
I'm running for office.
Yeah, me and my brothers.
But yeah. Dudley's real name is Jeffrey Bradley.
Oh, Jeff Bradley. Okay, yeah. He's the Florida guy. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought he was.
And he worked as Bad Boy Bradley, Bruiser Bradley, Bruiser Kong,
fucking Jabroni Bradley,
Charlie Hunter, Dudley,
Jabroni Kong,
Evil. He also worked as Evil Snack.
Evil Snack. Jabroni Dudley.
And the Texas Strangler.
The Texas Jabroni Dudley.
The Texas Snack.
Who the fuck gives these guys these gimmicks?
The Evil Snack? What is that?
Yeah, the Evil Snack. Jabroni Dudley.
It's a Doritos Loco.
Yeah, why not? Why not give that name? Fuck, stupid.
This match served a couple of purposes. First of all, you're putting Tommy over. And the crowd, the ECW crowd has now accepted Tommy. They know they're starting to take to him.
I saw that. I hated it. Yeah, I know. I agree. What was that sham wow thing that he had like at the beginning of the match? He hit Dudley in the balls. He hit him in the balls.
I know. I don't know what it was either. Joey said what it was, that he goes, "Our sponsor," and then Tommy broke the little mop thing off of it and hit Dudley with the stick.
It was the sham wow.
It was an earlier incarnation of it because it was like it was like a circular mop on like a balsa wood handle. I was like, what the fuck is that thing?
We sold at Walmart, $14.95.
As seen on TV.
Yeah, I saw. I love that. That was great. Because when he hit him, like he kind of like he planted it on him. You know what I mean? Like when he hit him, he kind of planted it. Like bam! I was like, damn! Like he fucking he. Not only did he hit him in the balls with it, he put that shit right on in there, you know, and jammed it in. He didn't shawam him, but he yeah, he definitely sham-wowed him with it, but he didn't sham-wham him with it.
The other purpose that this match served was to put over the imperviousness of Big Dick Dudley to pain. The fans are handing Tommy weapons, and he's cracking Big Dick over the head with them, and nothing's happening. Finally, he kicks him in the balls, and that at least stammers him a little bit, but he still doesn't go down. So, of course, they're putting over that Big Dick Dudley is impervious to pain.
Yeah,
and
they're building up the Dick and 911.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, Ray Charles would see that. He's that guy is basically useless. He's basically useless.
So it's
He
911.
can't do anything. So yeah, I mean, the only thing he can do is wait till you see the choke slam. Yeah. Then you'll go like, oh my god, maybe we can find something else for this guy to do, because that choke slam wasn't going so well.
It's the first guy 911 was like, I'm only gonna choke slam him once. I can't do that again.
Yeah, that guy. They both stunk. Can you imagine that? How bad that smelled? 911 and Big Dick Dudley in the ring at the same time. It had to stink.
Like wet socks and a LeBaron.
Yeah. Like old baby diapers. Jesus. Just get these two fucking. Just go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get over with it. Yeah. You stink.
Well, Tommy Dreamer wins this match with a superplex, and then in a total asshole move, he just beats up Sign Guy Dudley.
Yeah, he just grabs him like out of nowhere.
What a fucking asshole!
He's just supporting his family.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought when I seen him do it. I was like, oh, what a fucking asshole!
It's like I went back to the old Gorilla Monsoon. He got the winner's share of the purse. Okay, what the fuck's he doing? Now he's just beating up some guy for no reason whatsoever. Like, you already got the winner's share of the purse. Go get your money, dummy.
So Tommy's killed 2 careers. Sign Guy Dudley and Ric Flair.
And busted open.
Well, up next on this
Which
show,
probably what a bunch of his pants probably did, which we never got. Like,
dude, it's a hurricane going on over here.
Chad's got storms rolling in. Aaron and I are living in polluted air, but we're still here. God damn it, we're still discussing wrestling from 25 years ago.
Living in the Canadian smoke.
What the fuck? All right, anyway, Tommy Cairo and peaches. What the fuck? What'd you say?
Tomatoes, peppers.
Holy shit, dude! It's fucking. It's really coming on down here.
Fresh fruits.
Yeah. Holy fuck! Can you guys even see this? Hear this?
I can hear it. I saw it coming over your shoulder. I saw the lightning.
Well, I'm kind of fucking in shelter right now. But goddamn, this shit ain't no joke. It sounds like it sounds like a Tommy Dreamer pop almost.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you have the weather that we had a couple of nights ago. I got like half of my tree that's in the backyard is now literally laying on the yard.
Does Baltimore get tornadoes?
Yeah, we get them. We had like 3 of them yesterday. God damn. It's almost like a Tommy Dreamer pop. It's coming and going.
Kind of drizzling.
Yeah, it's kind of drizzling. Holy
Well,
shit.
up next on this ECW show, we get an interview with Taz to discuss Too Cold Scorpio. Taz looks like he's in a mid-90s rap group. But he's cutting a promo on Too Cold Scorpio about how he's coming back from his injury.
Holy shit.
And Chad's got to move to shelter.
Could you imagine if Taz was wearing his clothes backwards?
It's gonna be like Dan Farron on that one episode of The Mothership where the fucking earthquake hit while they were recording.
I was just curious about the tornadoes because, like, imagine if he just gets sucked up and he's just gone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No one wants their last goddamn minutes on this earth to be on this podcast.
Yeah, it's like then we got to replace him with fucking Mikey Whipwreck or something.
Yeah, I'm going inside, man. It's fucking bad. It's bad, dude. Jeez. All right, now I'm all good.
Well, our main event, our main event match on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the rest of this from the safety of his bathtub.
my notes are all outside.
Now they're in the sky, probably.
I'm looking at them. Come on, notes. Yeah, they're all fucked up.
That's all right.
I had a bunch of good jokes too.
We're almost through it. The next match is the Steiners, escorted to the ring by Taz, against Too Cold Scorpio and a mystery partner, and the mystery partner is Chris Benoit to be Too Cold Scorpio's partner. So you got the Steiner brothers versus Too Cold Scorpio and Chris Benoit. Hard to go wrong with this tag team match.
Well, I tell you one thing, I'd be like looking at my wristwatch going, oh shit. Chris Benoit is his partner. Oh shit. You know what I mean? I don't think I have time for this.
Aaron, your notes on the match itself?
I don't have a lot of notes on it just because I'm like, shit, this is going to be great because it's 4 guys that in ring-wise I'm a big fan of. And it's like when you guys are talking like about the Forbidden Door or whatever, it's like ECW was the original Forbidden Door.
Wait a fucking second. Hang on. My door's about to fly off the fucking thing. Go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead.
Apparently your Forbidden Door about blew away.
My Forbidden Door about flew off. Go ahead.
But yeah, you're right, Aaron. It is. It's
ECW tried to come in or whatever.
You're right, Aaron. ECW is where, at this time in wrestling during the 90s, wrestling, all types of wrestling and all types of wrestlers converge into one promotion. And you never know who's going to show up week to week.
Yeah, like down the line, very soon we're going to get like a fucking triangle match with Sandman, Mikey Whipwreck, and Steve Austin. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Or even before, we talked about fucking Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton showing up to fight fucking Sabu and whatever. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it was this crazy fucking thing, and this is the original Forbidden Door. It was ECW.
Yeah, could you imagine how I felt just as a mark, just going to the ECW arena on any given night, and you walk back in the locker room, and you see the regular guys, Tommy, Sandman, whatever, and then all of a sudden you go, is that fucking Derek Gordy?
Yeah. Was that the sheep over there?
Somebody looks at you like, what? And go, no shit. That's Derek Gordy.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. And like I said, I don't have a lot of notes on the match because it's 4 guys that there's no way it's going to be bad, And
yeah. I mean, this one of the stories of the match is Benoit and Scorpio obviously aren't getting along.
Yeah.
Scorpio winds up leaving Benoit high and dry. One thing I did write down, a couple of things I wrote down. First of all, that release suplex that Rick Steiner did to Chris Benoit.
Fuck
Jesus
yeah.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, fuck. It's a fuck yeah. It's not. Yeah, that.
I know. I don't know if I ever asked you on the show, Chad. Did you ever work with Rick or Scott?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't. I don't think that I did. I think I may have worked with Rick. No, I think I may have worked with Scott. But it was just a Steiner liner thing, like bump and feed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but no, there's no chance that I was taking any of that belly to back.
Man, I mean, he flung Benoit. He flung Benoit across the fucking ring. Like this.
Yeah, he did.
But I mean, and
it was probably Benoit saying, "Flame me across the fucking ring." Like,
it was probably Benoit saying he didn't give a fuck.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just do it, man.
I mean, do you really think it hurt him?
I'm sure he knew how to. I'm sure once he was in the air. I mean, once you're in the air, you're in control, right? I mean,
well, I mean, you have 50% of control. You know, once the guy grabs you, like, there's no way you're gonna fucking drop me on my head. Like, I was a guy in Japan, unless I wanted to be a guy in Japan. You know what I mean? He wasn't doing that unless I wanted it to be that.
mm-hmm. The end story of the match, pretty much, like I said, Scorpio leaves Benoit high and dry to fend for himself against the Steiner brothers, and the Steiners keep hitting hard-hitting moves on Benoit, trying for the pin, and Benoit keeps kicking out, so they're telling a good story there of his resilience.
It is telling a great story there.
He winds up succumbing to a DDT from the top rope from Scott, so Scott does pin Chris Benoit.
It didn't make him look weak at all.
Nope, that's what I was about to say. Chris Benoit comes out of this thing shining too, because he just went toe-to-toe with both of the fucking Steiner brothers.
They beat the shit out of him for almost 2.5 minutes. I was looking at my watch. It was like almost 2.5 minutes. They beat the shit.
And it was probably longer than that, because this was edited. This was heavily edited.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? They beat the shit out of him. So when they finally beat him, it was almost like a pity thing. 1, 2, 3. Like, thank God. Like, this is over. So, I mean, what do you think that was going to do to the fucking crowd in ECW Arena? Endure him.
And that's what I was going to ask, was because Benoit, he's not much longer in ECW.
No, he makes his WCW debut on the first Nitro of October. So we're less than a month away from that.
So that's what I'm wondering is, like, Paulie knew he was losing Mick and Eddie, and he put him over when they left. And I'm wondering if, since he gave Benoit this, if he didn't know Benoit was leaving.
He knew, but that's the beauty of it. Like, he knew he put all them guys over. He put everybody over on their way out. You're leaving. You know why? Because it makes ECW look greater than it does making them seem weaker for them going to WCW. I mean, how many guys did jobs on their way out? The ECW. I mean, WCW. Who did the jobs on the way out? Nobody did. Am I wrong?
No, and also in Paul's mind,
I'm wrong.
I also guarantee you, in Paul's mind, he's thinking, if these guys wash out in WCW, I want them to want to come back and work here.
Yeah, it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture. Like, I never understood jobbing somebody out. I never understood that. All right, I'm gonna job you out when you leave now. I never got that. I never understood that. Because Paul never did it. Even 911, fucking 911. This fuck fucking big fucking piece of shit jabroni, goddamn ham bone slice of beef. Like when he told Paul he was going to WCW. You know what he did? He choke slammed people on his way out. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. You're 911. He never did any of that shit, and I agree. Like, why? I mean, what's the worst you could do to somebody on the way out? Aaron, Nate, you both probably know the story. You job them out. All right, job them out. No, Paul never did that because Paul always knew he'll be back.
But you know who did the best way of a talent leaving? Because it was so neutral. Honestly, during the 80s and early 90s, the WWF. Because once you left, you just fucking were gone and you didn't exist until you came back. Like, they would just not mention you. They wouldn't mention that you were gone. They wouldn't show any more fucking video clips of you. It was like, you are dead to us until you come back. Like, you didn't exist.
You might not even be the same thing that you were when you came back.
Right.
Saba Simba.
Ricky Steamboat. You're just the dragon now. And we're never going to acknowledge what you did.
You are quite obviously the Iron Sheik, but now you are Colonel Mustafa.
For 30 years,
That's the best. That's the best one ever. That's the best, like, WWF stupid.
We're not going to put a hood on you.
Yeah, we're not even going to try to hide it. Like,
what if they would have put on a fucking mask on the Iron Sheik, but they would have just cut the little thing where the mustache was out, and they're still trying to hide him?
We would have known who he was the minute he said Jin Ming.
Colonel Mustache.
I think you would have known in the moment who he was when he walked out.
Yeah, the gut.
Yeah, just with his ankles all fucked up, everything. Oh my God, he's a former bowler, I think. I don't know who this guy is wearing the mask, but it looks like he was a bowler. Fuck.
Well, we end this episode of ECW with a mix of promos from all the people that are involved in the 6-man coming up on Saturday, which is the Public Enemy, Mikey Whipwreck, the Gangstas, and the Sandman. There's some weird thing going on with a clown doll I wrote down with Public Enemy, but I didn't write anything really down on this other than this is just hyping up the match for Saturday.
Yeah, the Public Enemy randomly probably cutting their promo and walking through the alley like before they did the promo, found like a dirty Raggedy Ann doll.
Jesus, Aaron.
It was a dirty Raggedy Ann doll, and they said it was New Jack, and then they lynched it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I really can't say a whole lot more other than that. Yeah, you're right. They did.
Just saying, that's what happened.
Yep, it did. It happened.
They lynched a Raggedy Ann doll and said it was New Jack.
No, fuck New Jack. Fag.
Well, guys, overall, this week's episode of ECW, I gave this week's episode a C-.
Ooh.
I think we actually went down a little bit from last week. I liked the matches, I guess, but I don't know. The show just didn't leave me excited like I was after.
They're out of steam going into the.
And again, the matches were fine. The Benoit shit was really good. Dreamer and Dudley was fine. It just, this episode didn't grab my attention like the last two did.
Well, you just ruined it for me, Nate, because you know how I am. I'm always under give the average whatever thing. I always give a D or a C-. I was going to actually give this like a C+. Like, I thought, yeah, I liked what they showed. I mean, and that to me was the whole entire thing. I like what they showed. It didn't matter where they were going, what story they were telling, or I just liked what they were showing. I said, that's cool. All right, I like all this. It's violent. There's people getting. I liked all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it a C plus.
Aaron?
I gave it this show's there. Like, it's just, meh. Like, it doesn't even get a rating. It's like an incomplete because they didn't really do anything to facilitate any of the story.
No, that's bullshit. It did.
Okay,
I just don't know what
they
it
made
was.
to facilitate it to make me interested in it.
So that's just you personally then.
Yeah,
It's
That's
not
all.
that they didn't do it like as a company because they did. They just gave you the whole recap of all the stories and showed you the stories of where we're going. But if you didn't buy into it, then that's totally believable.
yeah. And then two fat guys hung a Raggedy Ann doll. Like, all right.
I don't know anything about that. That's all you guys. What? What? A Raggedy Ann doll?
Yeah.
I thought we were done with the Super Destroyers.
We're the public enemy, the Super Destroyers. That could be a great fucking angle in ECW.
What? Two guys that are 5'7" wear a mask that are 6'10"?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? It's wrestling. You can make anything you want.
They had
Orange
lifts.
Cassidy's over, for Christ's sake.
They had lifts in their masks. Not in their
They have lifts in their
masks.
mask.
Yeah.
There you go. They have lifts in their mask. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure, Aaron. You can do whatever you want, man. It's your dream.